Another month, another monthly wrap-up. This month has been exceptional in terms of new releases and major updates. I know I said that before many times, but what can I do? The modding community is only getting better. Simple Clouds is a new mod that adds a completely new cloud system into the game, including improved weather effects and realistic cloud layers. Such a mod I've never thought would be released, but I guess we are at the point as to not nullify any possibility. Simple Clouds is far from simple, actually. It can dramatize scenes to look very cinematic and dynamic. Reign of Nether RTS is another surprisingly creative mod in the list. It turns Minecraft into a strategy game. This mod is compatible with shaders, along with a large variety of RPG mods, but in terms of resource packs, some can glitch the game. With Reign of Nether RTS, you could begin your own monopoly, hire villagers to do various labor work for you, and expand your town along the way. This simple yet extensive style of playing made this mod very addictive. Unusual End has received a major update, breaking its 1-year absence. This mod adds obscure new biomes, and much like the Better End mod, it will give this dimension an alien-like theme. There are also various mob nests housing different kinds of creatures. This showcase is but a small snapshot of what the whole rework includes, so don't shy away from giving it a try. This mod implements the Bedrock animation of movement items across inventories. Here's a fun fact: when I recently went back to Bedrock to try some add-ons, I thought this animation was included with the add-ons I was playing. It wasn't until I tried it on vanilla that I realized it's not. This mod is quite good for increasing immersion in the game, and whether this feature will be added to Java in the future is a mystery. But what is clear, however, is that modders are always of service when it comes to finishing unfinished jobs. Ender's Cataclysm has received its second update of the year, perhaps the last update of 2024, but damn was it a good way to finish up the year. The main highlight of this new patch is obviously the new boss, but as you enter this citadel, you will be busy enough to forget that there is even a boss at the bottom. Hordes of Arctic ghost skeletons will be after you. Some will shoot you from afar, others will slash you with melee weapons, and some will basically be mini-bosses, having more HP than an Ender Dragon and dealing enough damage to make you want to just survive the battle rather than winning it. The final gate is opening, and what's behind it is not benign at all. Maledictus is his name, demolishing you is his purpose. This boss doesn't look monstrous or hideous, he's instead resembling the ghost of a respected and a strong warrior. What always struck me about Ender's bosses is the high quality of their animation, models and attacks. Maledictus here is no exception. He shuffles through 3 different weapons and executes unique attacks like Impalement, shooting from the sky, and the grab attack, which I've seen in some popular RPG titles like Elden Ring. The community needs more boss fight mods like these, mods where the boss is actually intimidating and doesn't just reluctantly move its limbs and deal some damage. Faunify adds 3 new pets to Minecraft. Some you could find in the meadows feeding on flowers, others are more cold-blooded, living in the hot desert and are carnivorous by nature. These pets have terrific animations, different ones in fact. They may stand, sit, wag their tail, or look up. The pets within Faunify are naturally useful. The Phoenix foxes, for instance, will warn you from hostile creatures nearby. Chinchillas, on the other hand, enjoy rolling in gravel, which turns into dust afterwards, a useful item in combat. The chinchillas may even roll on suspicious gravel, digging out artifacts in the process, but it's not always guaranteed. As you may have noticed, I've missed one pet. That one is left for you, my friend, to discover. This mod will make your hands visible even when you're holding items. The concept of the mod is quite interesting, but the implementation, well, it's a bit poor as of now. Though some refinement in terms of animations and modeling will be enough to make this mod a terrific discovery, and it already is right now. I Won a Trouble adds several new houses to discover. These houses are abandoned, so you may loot them as you please. Ruins are also present within the mod, filled with some potatoes in case you're hungry. This is a simple and vanilla-friendly mod to increase the amount of civilization around your world. Demolish civilization, but diversity is always appreciated. Foolish is a world generation mod, leaning more towards the RPG theme of playing, as it includes magical forests with special effects, though these biomes are merely the tip of the iceberg. What's truly special about this mod are the dimensions it features. This new dimension is where you'll travel to the most bizarre biomes, having different color themes, different building blocks, and may even be sunken biomes in the shape of marine woods. Opposite to the mod before it, the structures within the Foolish mod are highly secured by tribal creatures, usually attacking in groups and are led by one alpha male. If you are about to install the mod, then prepare to dwell on a big can of worms, as there are plenty more spots to explore. The long-awaited Alex's Caves update, the Candy Cavity, has been released at last, and it includes a new cave biome. This new update is inspired by our childhood masterpiece, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The terrain here in of itself is quite interesting, having unique block interactions, special visual effects, and more. In terms of passive creatures, candy horses are tameable and rideable creatures. They are quite fast and very flexible. In terms of the aggressive mobs, you will have the misfortune of coming across a pack of vicious candy demons. These monsters will cut you up with their lollipop arms continuously until you are dead. This update definitely lived up to the hype, and it is the same for every mod released by Alexander. The Sunrise is an animal mod that currently adds one creature, that being the cheetah. The developers went all out when making this creature, giving it terrific animations, realistic senses, and various loot drops. Currently, the mod is only focused on adding animals that live in warm biomes, so expect the next mob to be a warm-blooded animal like the elephant, giraffe, etc. I did make an animal mods video a few days ago. Check it out if you want more mods of this kind. The Occult mod adds a lot of content that has to do with summoning demons. Things like shaded structures, dark demons with red eyes, and occult artifacts. This mod distinguished itself with its attention to the detail and quality of its mobs. The demons here are quite lively. Their eyeballs move side to side, their shoulders shrug, and their running animation is quite accurate to their spooky nature. Not to forget, of course, their fighting mechanics, much like the hired gun from Adventure Time. These demons use smoke to suffocate their victims to death. On top of that, they make themselves invisible and attack from various angles. The mod goes on to be even more exciting. As you exorcise these demons, you could put together a new sword with special effects too. This mod is downright wonderful, and I am happy to see more and more of these high-quality projects entering the scene. Overworld 2D is a mod that will change the game's dimension from 3D to 2D, making Minecraft into a gamer boy type of video game. The mod is definitely not for long-term gameplays. It has lots of bugs and sometimes it just breaks. But similar to the Hold My Items mod, it can turn into something truly remarkable with some fine-tuning. Paladin's Oath is an adventure mod featuring a lot of structures scattered across the overworld, where you can find things like mega towers filled with hostile mobs, or a platform housing totem monsters. There are even interdimensional structures, places like this end establishment for instance. Another crucial part of this mod are the boss fights. Special effects, amazing models, and great animations are all things you should expect when battling with these bosses. Although I said the boss fights are great, I should also mention the obvious. A fight against the Voidjaw feels far superior to any other bosses in this mod. It feels as though the author went all out on this boss alone and rushed the others. So I would encourage some remastering for those other bosses, just so that the mod would be balanced. Heaven Dimension will give purpose to the Elytra in Minecraft. As you soar above 300 blocks high, you will enter a new dimension. Much like the Ether Dimension, this place will resemble a sovereign theme, being a floating green land with towns that are built using Greek architecture. The whole dimension is built using VanillaPLUS, making this place an extension of the Minecraft progression. Right after you get your Elytra, you would use it to explore this place. Much like Big Globe mod, Hydrological will overhaul the Minecraft terrain to the point where you can't even tell it's either a mod or a world page creation. For further detailing and aesthetic, Hydrological designed new variations for the leaves, carpeted ones, and leaves that look like walls, giving trees a touch of overgrowth. The trees here can be towering, far larger than anything you would want to cut down, so I'm not gonna say this mod is vanilla friendly, far from it in fact, though I can see it being used by RPG and fantasy players, those who could use some unreasonably large and complicated terrain generation. I have been suggested this mod before, but I felt reluctant to showcase it as the armors back then didn't feature anything apart from their appearance. As of recent updates, however, all of the armors will provide special effects allowing them to have a higher purpose. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about beautiful designs and models, but after a while, most of what you will care about is the functionality, so this mod will be in for the long-term use. Thieves' Gloves will allow you to pickpocket mobs, or skin them alive, whatever you'd call this feature. Apart from the Thieves' Gloves, other items can be used defensively, like the Squid's Tentacle and the Sharp Blades. This mod is more or less like a magical pouch, filled with unconventional odd features, which can be exciting in its own way. Jaden's Nether expansion is a mod that will slightly improve the Nether in the game, enlarging certain elements like the fossils and introducing foliage to the surface of the Soul Sand valleys. Though these features only scratch the surface, the reason this mod got so popular so quickly is because of these incredibly high quality mobs. You could notice every part with the monster moving, nothing is left unmoved, which is effortful of the author. Of course, the two mobs as is shown you are but a fraction of the fauna this mod presents, usually spawning within fortresses that look equally impressive. This is certainly a prominent release of this year, and looking at it, 2024 has been a success for the modding community as a whole. Ipla is a remastered version of the Item Placer mod. First, it improves many bugs that have been present on the original release. And second, it adds a smooth animation every time you place an item. In addition, Ipla makes it possible to place up to 4 items or 4 stacks of items in one face of a block. Aesthetically, it looks terrific. Functionally, however, it can help you sort thousands of items in just a few blocks space. Those you can grab with the click of a button. Thanks for following this series. Subscribe and activate the bell, this way you get notified each month about a new episode. Now I'll see ya in the next one, my friend.